Okej. Witam ponownie w Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I dzisiaj będziemy... Inaczej, zaczniemy epizod 5. Rise from the Ashes. Czyli powrót z przeszłości. Back from the future, rise from the ashes. Powstał z martwych. Coś w ten deseń. Co składałem dzisiaj w pracy? Epilepsy warning. Strasznie to głośny ten deszcz. Dzisiaj byłem na firmie i... No dobra, może opowiem po cutscence. To już chyba widziałem, tak, bo nie dało się tego pominąć poprzednim razem, jak kończyłem stream. Czyli co, mamy 2 morderstwa w 2 różnych miejscach, na to wychodzi? Jedno w posterunku policji? Po tej maskotce. Okej. Rise from the Ashes, powstanie z kolan. Okej. Ja bym tego tak nie przetłumaczył. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is until the day that girl showed up. Czyli co, to jest pierwsza sprawa Feniksa, która będzie tak jakby bez niczyjej pomocy, jesteśmy zdani tylko na siebie? Więc czemu teraz jest nazwa Wright and Co? No skoro jesteś sam, powinno być Wright Law Office teraz po prostu. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. What the... Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Kto ty? Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney Mia Fey. Czy ja wyglądam na kobietę? Przepraszam bardzo. Pomyśl, żeby w morderstwie wynajęto dublera, który by popełnił podobną zbrodnię, żeby tylko skupić uwagę. Interesujące. You're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder scene? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. Mia Fey zmarła, tak, dokładnie. That is a relief then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney. Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But... Wiadomości się rozchodzą wolniej niż plotki, ciekawe. Please, you have to help, it's my sister. Maya, could it be... Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. What the... scientific investigator. Czyli przy tej sprawie, case, będziemy mieli ją jako pomocniczkę? Mam zgadywać? Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age, no less. So, what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader? But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. Oj, Phoenix. Pozytywny jak zawsze. Jesus. The case. So what's this about the case? You said the trial's tomorrow. My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. Okay. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right, I suppose I will. I promised her it'd bring me a fay, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? Scientific investigator. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child. Have you known? Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure, can't follow her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Relations to Mia. Relation. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I needed one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she's now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. Emma Sky będzie bardziej pracowita w swoim zawodzie w następnych częściach Ace Attorney. Ona się teraz uczy, czyli na przykład specjalne proszki, które pozwalają odkryć odciski palców, płyn, który odkrywa, gdzie była krew. Aha. Jest ciekawe, że ona na to wszystko wpadła, a nie jakiś uczony policji, no ale okej, rozumiem plot development. Okej. Dobra. Chodźmy porozmawiać z jej siostrą. 22 lutego. Pokój przez zatrzymań. Miejsce zatrzymań. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden, as soon as we arrived. God, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, Mom, it's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a rise this year, Understood, Mom. What was that all about? Oh. Hi, Lana. The fuck? Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is falling? Look, I didn't want to come here either, so okay? But your trial is tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. That has nothing to do with you, Emma. The fuck? Aha, myślałem, że ona jest starszą siostrą, że jest starsza. Okej, ona jest młoda. Chuj, zostawmy już jej taki głos. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Oh shit, co to za narrator to czytał? Normalnie jakby jakiś mail to czytał w Fedorze. Dzień dobry, panie człowieku z Marsa. Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I had quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor. Two sisters, one a lawyer? Could this be a coincidence? Emma and Lana, I mean they're just like Mia and Maya. Nawet mają podobne imiona. Ty tu tylko przelatem sprawdzasz, co to za dziwna gra, w którą grasz? No nie ma problemu. No to jest Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Taki detektywistyczny point and click trochę przygodowo, coś takiego. Dalej czekasz na Stalkera? O Boże. Może kiedyś zmuszę się, żeby do tego wrócić. Masakra. The case. There's something you should know from the start. Which is? The suspect in this case has confirmed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21, at 15 past 5. That's quite specific. Sorry, jeżeli to było obleśne. It was in the witness's disposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. L? Co L? The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk. Classy. I was arrested on the spot. Caught red-handed as it were. Well, that's just great. The victim. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't imminent, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means... The department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. Ciekawostka, masz przy sobą osobę, która fałszowała dowody w incydencie SL9? Byle to nie był spoiler. Proszę. Lana, powiedz mi coś o sobie. So you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in the district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Dużo ty. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you recognize the district chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident, when I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? Relations to Mia. You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, didn't she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he was very little in common with Mia. Hey! It wasn't law school. I was in my 5th year and she was adjuting the class. She was different than the other girl students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Wiesz, spoilery spoilerami, ale niektóre książki rzucają zepsutym mięsem, żeby później odkryć prawdziwą prawdę. To ma głębsze znaczenie. Intellectually attracted, Lana was top of her class in school. Jest szefem prokuratury w Los Angeles? Okay. I was the best there was. Oh. Kurde. Nieźle się zaczyna. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there is no way you can take this case. None. Uznawana najlepszą, okay? But Lana... Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. Huh? I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Fuck.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you.
You mean you're requesting my service as your defense?
Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed. After all, the case is over.
Alright, I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed. Jezu. Oh. Okay. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. Wright z kamienia zrobi złoto. Nawet naleje tam, gdzie Salomon by nie mógł. Umilać przez korek, dobry jest. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she, well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies some simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Oh, okay. Underground parking lot, czyli podziemny parking, co? So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny, that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this.
Hey everyone, keep up the good work.
Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? What the? What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and it's up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them dodgies tied down, partner. What the fuck? Mr. Marshall? The fuck? Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina, I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. Gdy w Capcom zbyt dużo popito whisky podczas oglądania westernów, no chyba. I ta nuta. You know what dreams the cacti? The fuck? You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? No, jeszcze piję w pracy. You heard along home but now. Happy travels, Pampina. What the fuck? Muzyka gra tylko kiedy on jest w pobliżu. On ma do pleców przyklejone radio, albo głośnik, albo cokolwiek i gra, tak jak idzie, tak gra muzyka, kurwa. What's that hombre, a friend of yours? What the fuck? Kind of, sort of, yeah. He's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Człowiek orkiestra, dokładnie. Gdybyś ty miał umrzeć, słysząc tą muzykę, już byś chciał dostać lobotomię w uszach. Dobra, pierwsze co się rzuca w oczy to portfel na ziemi. What's this, a wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is a real basic anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed into pocket. A foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the card record. Okay. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. To musi być jakieś DLC, które wyszło do zwykłego Ace Attorney albo coś, bo... Tu już jest kompletnie, widzę, nowa mechanika. Now let's start examining from every angle. Prawym obracasz, Y przybliżasz, X oddalasz. Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out and press Enter? Nie, A na padzie. Phoenix. Panie oficerze, nagle się rozmyślił. Na oczach policjanta włożył portfel do teczki i nic z tym nie zrobił. Już. Nic. Tak. This is an ID card. Czemu są zasłonięte jego dane personalne? What the fuck? On już nie żyje, to nie ma znaczenia. Tak mi się wydaje, że to będzie portfel tego gościa, którego znaleźli martwego. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842-189. See, well, it's scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Więc to sprawa Goodmana? Yep. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Huh. Mogę... Mogę oglądać swoją odznakę. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be fine out right anyway. Well, that's no fun. Bzz. Co my tu jeszcze mamy? Mamy drabinę. Aha, ladder! That's a step ladder. To samo. Co w poprzedniej, chyba w drugiej? Albo w trzeciej sprawie z tą zmiją. Mają, przepraszam. What's the difference in scientific terms, please? Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. No dokładnie. Też mam lekkie déjà vu. Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Przy tym panelu się nie da nic. Tu jest brama. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha, the theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relatively German or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? What the fuck? Szkoda, że ma nazwisko nie pasuje do morderstwa. Sprawa o zabójstwo dobrego kolesia. Aż szkoda się robi na... Dobrego kolesia. Aż szkoda się robi na sercu sobie. Aha. Tak? Nie da się najechać tą lupą na te menu u dołu ekranu. Ha. Jest telefon. Here I found. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears, no, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she bubbling about? Bubbling. Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Okej, czyli jest zepsuty telefon, drabina, zamknięte drzwi i przez słupek, ściana, cokolwiek to jest. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy, I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in there and do a strikeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Nie ma tu nic ciekawego poza tą kartą ID. Co to? Security? Look, a stylish glassed wall room. Very nice. You could see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test on the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. No dobra, nic poza tym tu nie ma. Gdzie teraz? Mamy pokazać jej? Nie. Wracamy do biura. Here, see this? I've noticed that defense attorney have a tendency to want to show people things. What is this, a behavioral study of lawyers? Czyli czegoś nie znalazłem. Tylko czego? Zapomniałem, że można ekrany przesuwać czasami. Okej. Co my tu mamy? Telefon? Well, no time to waste. Let's go hunting for clues. Taki zbiornik na wodę byłby dobrym narzędziem do zaskoczenia. No. I wonder what is this? Uh-oh. Well, partner, looks like you've got no intention of going home quietly. Zaś on. The sheriff! Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be more saying along unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Yeah, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little filly's got a good news on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please? No problem, partner, but time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor on the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a kraseva you like. Cerveza. To jest cerveza, czy to jest kerweza? Jakby to było w hiszpańskim? No będzie chyba kerweza, nie cerveza. Kerweza. Prosecutor's office. Where does this guy think he is? And when for that matter? Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you want. Just keep your palms off our claim. Alright, great. Muzyka ucichła. O. Problem z netem. Pięknie. Great. Maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me. Were you two all set? Us? No. Stream nie działa? Wiem. Znaczy, już powinien działać. Albo i nie. What the fuck? Czemu nagle miałem 8700 kilobitów uploadu? Interesujące. Już działa? No widzę. Internet miał czkawkę. What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Thanks. And you, sir? Yes. Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Crunchy goodness. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passerbys. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type of to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cuff-up queen are over. Cuff-up, huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. Co jest? Znowu jest problem z netem? Wygląda na to, że nie. To nie wiem. Gdy cringe przemienia się w... Crunchy? Okay. I'm quite connected to this case, you see? The images are burned into my eyes, all you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What?
A witness clearly saw me committing the crime.
You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen, Boże. Tell us what happened. Angel. The name is Angel Star. You don't go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Ciężko czasami napisać słowa, które się wyłącznie zobaczyło przez 6 sekund. Ja rozumiem, ja się nie czepiam. Yes, ma'am. Yips, she means it. The case. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, aren't right? You should know then. You should know the full misdeeds of the evil ones who own this den of inequity. Evil ones? To chrupiąco śniadanie brzmiało jak rozwinięta wersja Silva Cringy. Nie wiem, nie kojarzy mi się. prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid home to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. Słowa cringy. Okay. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. The most hideous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. Me too. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What do you witness? So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? Angela Star, znikasz tak szybko jak twój głód. It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lina Sky wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to his ward being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lina Sky's knife. Wait a second, you know Lina Sky? Of course, it's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Angel. Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? Didn't know. Only the true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's tribute lunch set. Trilobite lunch set. Jesus. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of it, Ribulite's flavor. Anyway, I came here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Angela wygląda jak taka zabójczyni w bardzo ogłupiającym przebraniu. Tak, żeby przejść na konwent dżentelmenów w Liberii, Lokaja lub stroju robotnika. Okay. See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I dropped to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis, not. Prosecutor's office. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Huh, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough up, Queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Okej, teraz mam wrócić do... A nie, od niej się dowiedziałem, że mogę iść do... Czy od tego szeryfa się dowiedzieliśmy, że możemy iść do jej biura. Fuck, ona ma srebrnego samuraja? Okej. Ma tak wysoką półkę na akta, czy tam woluminy książki, cokolwiek to jest, że ma drabinę. Jesus. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there is a trophy or something here. Czy ma strój prokuratora Egiego? Nie wiem. Może to jest standardowy strój? Może Edgeworth po prostu chodzi w standardowym stroju prokuratora? Żaden inny prokurator nie był w jego stroju, więc... Cholera wie. A trophy? What? That shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jack. O. Chyba wiem, czemu tam jest powieszony strój Edgewortha, bo to chyba nie jest pokój tej Lany. To jest chyba pokój Edgewortha. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice! Yep. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Ah. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jack. No, did I? No, it was just Mr. Wright here, he... Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder. A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? Jaka mina! Eddie sam siebie podsumował? No może. The fuck? That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream. The case. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it, right? You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. And wait, no, she didn't do that, I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir, Emma Sky, it's nice to meet you again. Now that didn't sound false at all. Ah, now I remember. You're really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprisingly still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. A, czyli ona jest jego szefem, nie on jest jej szefem. Okej. I can understand... Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I will be prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You, Mr. Ashworth. Ej. Czyli znowu się spotkamy, Edgy. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Powinien dostać order za auto za oranie. Nie, on zacytował przecież tą MMA. Ona wcześniej mówiła, no ten pokój musi należeć do jakiegoś ekscentryka, coś tam. On powiedział dokładnie to samo co ona wtedy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, to on gada cały czas. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Huh. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Czemu on takie miny robi, kurde? Impossible to stop. But... some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's got to be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Ashworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in toolbox in the trunk of my car. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim blood, no prints. Eddie z pomocą Wrighta pokonał samą śmierć, wą karmę. Dla psów. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can we take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It's a big K on it. It has a big K on it. Of prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? Jezu. Ale mi się dzisiaj ziewa. It's a great honor, and they send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for king? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. Kings of prosecutors, kind of like employee of the month, only better. King of prosecutors trophy added to the code record. Co jej powiesz o tym swoim ubraniu? Wow, this jacket is even lacier than he usually owns. Not his usual ones. This must be his lucky trail jacket. Lucky jacket, right, I never seen him wear it. I'm sure there was a story behind this. It's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture? She's getting way too excited about this. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Well, I want one. Oh, there's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? Windy, old Barbara, nie Wendy. I don't think so. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Von Karma miał tyle złota, że mógłby sobie postawić złotą wannę. Amazing, the drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They are sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend, what an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Biurko. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. On był niepokonany przez ponad 40 lat. Ojej. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Miałem zapytać to samo. Czemu nagle miałem Gumshoe przed oczami? Maybe I'll take that name Plaque as a souvenir? Plaquette. Don, he will sue you. Jest jeszcze sofa. Mr. Edward has such a comfy sofa. Sounds like this makes me... Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over these case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth's working. Gra się nie myli, Wendy Oldback. Aha. Ja z jakiegoś powodu zapamiętałem Windy. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool. So that's the king of prosecutors' shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the king of prosecutors. Congratulations, king of prosecutors. Please stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of this shield broken off? Jest też jeszcze zestaw szachów i wielka szafa z aktami. Wow, these are case files. They're stuck up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought that dwarf wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Gumshoe. Aha. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Okej, teraz już kapuję. He must study this case report so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Stara torba Wendy, tak. Wendy Oldbag. Eddie tak się ucieszył, że musiał rzucić statuetką przez okno. Ale nie ma wybitego okna. I widzę, że mamy szach. Okay, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knight have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky, kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be a Wright chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Musiał otworzyć, żeby nie płacić kary? Otworzyć? A! Okej, nic tu chyba więcej nie ma. No, możemy zajrzeć przez okno. Wow, what a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. Jesus, na 12 piętrze to ja bym się chyba zestrał, jakbym przez okno wyjrzał. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally. Were you to jump out of this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it, approximately 3.2 seconds. That's handy to know. Okej, to już było. What else would they use? Letters, silly. The reasons we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID YABADAB. Yabadab. See, wouldn't that be better? Yabadab. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point, Tihi. It doesn't take much to amuse her. Tak ćwiczysz mą pamięć krótkotrwałą przez potoczne przywiązanie dwóch zdań. Co? Zgubiłeś mnie w tym momencie. Co jest z tyłu napisane? No, nie wiadomo. Okej. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing up in the wild. Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always picture him as an outdoorsman. No, there's a scary though. Now there's a scary thought. Nic więcej? Okej. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Popatrz na poprzednie dwa zdania i zrozumiesz. Eddie tak się ucieszył, że musiał rzucić statuetką przez okno. Musiał otworzyć, żeby nie płacić kary. Musiał otworzyć okno, żeby nie płacić kary. Dalej nie rozumiem. Well, whenever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. To jest w ogóle ręka trzymająca tarczę. Whee! Go for a spin. Okej, nic więcej tu nie ma. Powiesz mi coś o tym ID? Ups, nie ten guzik. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? Sigh. I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she signs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Okej, tego mu nie pokazujmy. No dobra. Z powrotem na parking. Spotka się z Von Karmą po śmierci w piekle w największym podole. Kto? Ta... dziewczynka, co z nami jest? Co nie powiesz na temat tego noża? You. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me. You must have brewed leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it. So there's a secret to their aroma exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Chciała poznać wą karmę, ale karma przecież nie umarł. Okej. Ona nam nic nie powie. W takim razie, gdzie możemy przejść? Spotkać się z powrotem z Laną? Nie, nie ma jej. To do naszego biura? Idzie bardzo mocno przybliżyć widok do tego, tylko nie wiem po co. Ale on już nigdy nie wyjdzie z pierdla. To jasne jak słońce. Tak jasne, ile było wystrzałów nad mgłą. Okej. Rozmawialiśmy już o wszystkim ze wszystkimi. Co teraz? Utknąłem tak trochę. Chyba, że mogę teraz w końcu podejść do auta. Nie, nie mogę w ogóle przewinąć sceny w tamtą stronę. Tak. Pomyśl, ile spraw sfałszował wą karma? Może. Idąc tym tokiem myślenia. A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland Pickles Supreme Lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy. A bunch of pickles. A kind of sad lunch if you ask me. It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense. Especially with you. He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright? Nah, with Edgeworth it's never personal, it's all about winning tomorrow. Jak raz mu udowodniono, to wszystkie sprawy by musiał udowodnić, że nie były sfałszowane. No możliwe. Nie wiem, na jakiej zasadzie to działa. So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gunch works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? O wow, już lecimy 1,5 godziny odcinek. Nieźle. Okej, no tak, jak już lecimy 1,5 godziny, to przeciągnijmy go po prostu do 2 godzin. I to będzie odcinko stream w takim razie. Dobra, on nam nic więcej nie powie. Chyba, że jeszcze mu odznakę mogę pokazać. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect of what might have been. Okay. See, this is my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfites. I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale yet. Co teraz? Już rozmawiałem ze wszystkimi o wszystkim. Czegoś nie odkryłem gdzieś? Tylko czego i gdzie? Tu wszystko odkryte. Odkryte, odkryte, odkryte. Odkryte, odkryte. Tu też tematy na rozmowę. A, okej. The day of the crime. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Whipping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is the solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stop added to the court records. Czyli ma bilet parkingowy potwierdzający, kiedy wjeżdżał. Okay. This is the parking stop from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What? Right? I'd appreciate if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. The fuck? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premise? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. No, not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir... I'm just following orders, sir. They just told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of... Give me your name. Yes, sir. Menkins, sir. Officer Menkins. Right. Officer Menkins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that race next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy, looks like he was absent on the day they gave our brains, and good luck. Oh my god. Right. Yes, sir. Ah! He caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Okej, czyli teraz możemy ruszyć dalej. Możemy też obejrzeć ten jego bilet parkingowy. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what happened when you're on a yellow light. Okej. Wejście do Departamentu Policji. Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like this? What the fuck? Oh wait, I know, this is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you should know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast.
Hey, Paul, what are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Especially, why were you dancing over there?
What? Well...
Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, Paul.
The case.
I'll give you one word of advice, Paul. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Oh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, Paul, there's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, Paul, can I speak to you for a second?
Oh, me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Oh, the chief prosecutor's little sister.
Just investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voice down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's just, it's a sensitive issue with us these days.
The investigation. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true, we never had a chief prosecutors murdered anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us ranked and file detectives in at all.
None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd?
So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, Paul. An officer marshal was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
A patrolman in charge of a crime scene is unheard of, Paul.
Mogę mu pokazać coś? Detective Here's my attorney badge.
You show this to me every time we meet, Paul. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish had a badge, even an ID card would be nice. Wait! Speaking of ID cards, I found that detective's card, didn't I? Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Hey Paul, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time.
Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot.
Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar.
Nawet nie wiesz, kogo zabito?
No, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him at Criminal Affairs?
Well, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
Oh, that's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? So this ID card belonged to the victim.
He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transfer, huh? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but... What is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot?
And Lana's confessing as much. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? Czemu wcześniej pojawił się bilet parkingowy? No dopiero teraz się pojawił nóż, który zasłania kamerę.
What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. O Jezu. A mi się dzisiaj ziewa. Aż mi płaczki poszły.
Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, Paul, I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently he's forgotten.
But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the new naysayers in the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive... czyli te dwa przedmioty dążą do jednego, okej. Edgeworth's troubles.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again? Poprzednia sprawa.
Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, Paul, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder. No one's whispering, they're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had usually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, Paul. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us.
Okay. No, nie ma go. Czemu nagle mam na nowo mogę przeszukać jego pokój? Nie wszystko oczywiście. No, the fabric is her great cashmere Italian styling. Silk ruffles, turquoise buttons and a gold thread collar. I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000. $5,000? Speaking of which, your suit would be about... That's enough of that. I don't need in my life a prize. Thank you very much. Teraz był inny dialog. Ooh, what a soft and comfy sofa. It makes you want to say sofa so good. Sofa so far? Yeah, I got it. I'm glad she's not an aspiring comedian. What's this? It looks like a shield of some kind. It's broken. Maybe it's made out of chocolate and its owner took a bite out of it. It appears to be made out of bronze with gold plating. It's not worth much, $70 tops. This girl has a thing about pricing everything, doesn't she? I wonder what that big K means. Mysterious. Mówią o tym, jakby nie wiedzieli, co to jest, a noszą to przy sobie. Work desk is quite tidy, as one may expect. The nice desk, easy to use and easy to damage. No, tu jest ten sam dialog akurat. Okej, może mamy teraz wrócić do Detention Center. Nie. Do naszego biura. Też nie. O tym mi nic nie powiesz. O. Edgewortha nie ma. Gamszu nam już powiedział wszystko, co wie. Ona też. W detention center nikogo nie ma. Co ja mam zrobić teraz? This guard monitors the visiting room. He's frozen in fear of the frigid Miss Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I heard they're planning a second branch outside the city. Gods, the bellboy was staring right at me. Mia's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up there on the day that she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from the clients though. Difficult looking legal books stand in a formidable row while they mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hands. Then my foot hurt too. Uwielbiasz oglądać moje streamy? Zawsze polepszają. Dziękuję. Mia's desk. I sit here even less now that I've stopped taking cases. I ought to at least dust it off once in a while. No i nic nam to nie dało. Tu się nie pojawiło nic nowego. Nie. Czemu go nie ma? To jest zaskakujące. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy, I heard that name somewhere before. And here, beside it, is a giant steel samurai. To już było. Wendy. Wendy Oldbag. To już też było. To już też było. To przyznam, że jestem w kropce. Coś przeoczyłem? Nie. Tu znalazłem tą plakietkę. Tej się nie da odczytać. Ona nie reaguje na żaden przedmiot, tylko na naszą odznakę, tak mi się wydaje. O, jednak nie. About this card. Nonchalant vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? That's like showing a fine homemade ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? O tym nie chcesz gadać? O tym też i list ten parkingowy już też sprawdzaliśmy. Czyli od niej więcej nie wyciągniemy. Jemu też pokazaliśmy wszystko. I też rozmawialiśmy na każdy temat, ale nie skończyliśmy sprawdzać tego miejsca. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. I was wondering about that.
What, the dancing blue badger? It was my masterpiece.
You made this, Detective Ganshu?
The chief threw together some design and I just did my thing, Paul.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can't go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dance until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. The Blue Badger panel added to the code record. Po co? A work of art designed by the chief of detectives and created by Detective Ganshu. the work of art, tak.
And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Ganshu? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot.
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police.
Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of a Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West Los Angeles.
For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, Paul, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they will let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Detective Ganshu's letter of introduction. Received from Detective Ganshu allows bearer to investigate the crime scene. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, Paul.
Coś jeszcze możemy się dowiedzieć o tej ustrojstwie? No nie, drugi raz możemy przejść przez to samo. Nie! Nie! Za dużo maszowania przycisku. Okay. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind these doors, a police drama is in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Look, that patrol man is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your suit will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard or cried. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. I always get excited when I came to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at these two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bus. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea why. Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have a scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip, I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras, or did they not have those at your zoo? Okej, czyli co, teraz będziemy mogli przekonać marszala, żeby pozwolił nam spojrzeć do auta? Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun slips. I see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello? By the surprised looks, didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Let me guess, on jest jej... Nazywa się Marshall. Hey, what's wrong, Bambino? You're looking like a dodgy that lost its heart. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Pogadajmy z nim może najpierw. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of a crime, a called grave for men who loves their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep! Za chwilę trzeba kończyć, 21. Oj, no. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Okej, w takim razie zrobimy save'a. Nie robiliśmy save'a przez cały dzisiejszy stream. Ale też za dużo się dzisiaj nie działo. Cały czas jest dochodzenie i mam wrażenie, że jeszcze długo to dochodzenie potrwa. Nie mamy żadnych poszlak praktycznie. Okej. Do następnego.